So today we're unboxing and assembling the Build Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought, one of the new easy to build kits from Games Workshop. So we have the Ultramarines vehicle transfer sheet, and as I'm not doing Ultramarines, that's of very limited use to me. We have the instructions, which includes the rules for the vehicle. So he's got Fragstorm Grenade Launcher, Heavy Flamer, Heavy Onslaught Cannon and Redemptor Fist. So D6, Heavy D6, Heavy 12. So at 18 inches it can put out 12 plus D6 shots. Okay, and if you get within 8, it's 12 plus 2d6 shots. So still power level 10. Let's have a quick look at the instructions. So, one big base and 3 frames. So these are all about the size of these are the same size as the frames from the Terminator Easy Build set for Death Guard. 12 pieces to the model, Onslaught, Heavy Flamer, little missile launcher things. So it looks like I'll probably leave this front piece off so I can paint this and have it so that I can glue it on later. But looking at it, looking at the level of detail, you've got what you need. You've got the rivets, you've got the tips of the missiles, you've got various pieces of detail on the model that it really benefits from. This looks like it'll be interesting to put together. So I'm going to come back in a second with all the parts separated from the sprue and cleaned. With all the parts cleaned and ready to assemble, I'm going to start putting the model together. I'm going to do it in a series of sub-assemblies, starting with the Gatling cannon. So making sure to get a bit of the polystyrene cement on the pegs, which softens them and makes it much easier to get them to go in. So and we're ready to pop this together. Like so. So I press this together quite hard to get a good solid joint. Where I feel it's not quite there, I apply a little more polystyrene cement to get as good a joint as possible. So with that done, we now have the barrel piece to go in as well. Like so. So hold that for a few seconds longer while I start sizing up the next arm to put together. Okay, so again, fit together quite easily like so. Good dollop on each peg. And then get all the contact points going round. And then on the other side, a little bit of a dollop. On the holes. Press that together quite firmly, and then that's like that one done. Leg pieces. Again, a good dollop on each of the pegs to soften them up, and then it's the areas of contact. Yeah, a good bit of glue. Because we want these to go together without huge problems. And then hold these tight. Check them, that's fine. The front and back of this body piece. It's going to go like so, which means this, then we line the sections up and push them together again quite hard. So the 12 pieces to assemble have now shrunk to 7. This piece slots into here. The question is whether to leave it off so that I can paint these bits without any major issues. I think that's probably the right thing to do. So next up we're going to try fit these feet in to the base. Like so. And dry fit the legs. Okay, well that's fairly solidly in. So That's the legs assembled. The body pops on like that. I'm not going to glue this in place just yet, because then I can take it off and paint the top of the legs without anything getting in the way. We have one arm, because these have got little keys in, two arms, like so. That's the Redemptor. I'm going to split it back into the sub-assemblies for painting, of which there'll be the legs and base, the body, the armour front piece, and each arm. So you can see just how much easier it is to get to various things by not gluing these pieces in until they're all painted. The base is going to need some work, because all my other models for my Marine Army are on scenic bases, so I will need to do something reasonably fancy with this base. But for the cost of the kit, it's absolutely great. It's £15 cheaper than the standard Redemptor kit. The only thing missing is the Icarus rocket pod, which goes on there, which I may still find a substitute for, because you can probably never have too much anti-air in your army, particularly if it's on something where it can still fire it and hit on a 4+ with what is basically an anti-tank missile at ground targets. It's a great way of including a little bit of anti-air in your Primaris force and giving this model a little more anti-tank. It's big, it's impressive, it's solid. I really like the model. Looking at it, you've seen how quickly I was able to assemble it. It's taken less than 10 minutes. I'm very happy with how it's gone together. Base needs a bit of work. I may add some more details to here. I may even do a separate video about detailing up the Easy Build Primaris Redemptor. But the basic model itself is very nice. So if you've liked this video, please hit like and subscribe. Otherwise, good gaming!